Tarot, astrology, and other divinatory arts are not a replacement or substitute for psychiatric or physical health care. Blessings, everyone. It's time for another series of weekly tarot forecasts. And of course, we are going to start here with the card of the week. And then this will be, the energy that we are all experiencing across the board, in addition to whatever is going on with whatever sign you're going to be looking at while you navigate the chapters in the down bar below. Don't forget to check out your rising sign, by the way, just so that you see a lot more detail as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And your moon sign's giving you the less prominent, albeit still significant, side story that's also playing out throughout the course of the week. So you can have a much more thorough read if you do that as well. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course engagement helps this channel out a lot. This week's card of the week is the Queen of Cups reversed. And so the big focus of this week is really paying attention to, leaks, drains, things that are pulling energies, resources, opportunities away from us, keeping things small in our life, keeping us small or contained, or maybe compromising something that we care about or something that we would like to bring forth into being. The Queen of Cups reversed, some of you may have heard me refer to this before, is what I would consider to be like the psychic vampire of the tarot deck. Each of the court cards has its own negative archetype, for me when I am reading them and how they show up in their symbolism. Kind of like how the King of Pentacles reversed is like Ebenezer Scrooge. With the Queen of Cups reversed, we want to pay close attention to where attachments, entanglements, and, cords, essentially, tethers, have been working against us or maybe have been keeping us in a place of being stalled. The Queen of Cups reversed often shows up in situations where a person is being controlled, manipulated, or drained by what would be considered an unlikely suspect because of that suspect's maybe wounded or fragile disposition, but that is also just a facade. A lot of the times the Queen of Cups reverse can show up where people or projects, involvements, commitments are controlling us from the bottom, controlling us from the spaces of looking frail or victimy or looking like it's extremely needy. And yet at the same time, that is draining us, depriving us of other things, right? Because a lot of the times that kind of victimy, needy kind of thing doesn't really care about time, energy, or boundaries. It's just consume, 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 vampire. Or it's a situation where the problem is never solved. It's just not allowed to get solved, and so we paralyze, and a lot of other areas of our life kind of go into atrophy. It's really important this week to pay attention to where you need to cut some cords. We all are going to have to do it, whether it's, cutting cords socially, cutting cords spiritually, energetically, cutting cords professionally. It does not matter. If you are interested in just an easy way to cut some cords for yourself spiritually, right, stop the energy leaks in your own life, I recommend, just a simple, very easy spiritual bath. I do this once, sometimes twice a week because I am very spiritually active and I do a lot of readings and I am on social media. And I just put a cup of sea salt with 1 drop of lemon essential oil and 1 drop of eucalyptus essential oil mixed into the salt, and I actually have that just as a spiritual bath. Lemon is a great cord cutting agent. It slices and dices any kind of energetic tethers, bindings, and all of that kind of stuff. And eucalyptus is a beautiful purifier. And we're getting called from the Queen of Cups reversed to really pay attention to where we need to do that this week, right? Because it's not hygienic, socially, spiritually, or professionally, or relationally, to have tethers and links that are just going in constant perpetuity, right? Those are not good things to have. And that's going to cause problems for everybody who's attached to those links. If it's, if you're worried about that, for whatever reason, sometimes people get a little insecure. They think, well, I have to have these links, I have to have these ties, these tethers, these contracts, these cords, these psychic connections, constantly there. Heal that. Cure that in yourself. Because to be perfectly honest, the most powerful and the most potent things come from things that are held together with free will. And so this whole week we got to also check where we may be codependently enabling something like that, or letting our guilty conscience keep us from clearing and protecting ourselves in all kinds of different ways. The Queen of Cups reversed is the vampire of the tarot deck, and it's time to see what we need to do to cut the cords and uninvite the vampire. Remember, because the vampire can only get into your house if you let them in. So with all of that said, let's get on and see what is going on with our week. Hey there, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme, or the big focus for your week, is the Ace of Wands reversed. And it's time to look and see where we need to make some shifts in order to get out of a place of inertia. You might be finding that a lot of projects, a lot of long-term plans, short-term plans, and everything in between might be going through a bit of a slowdown as we crawl into February. But the Ace of Wands reversed is asking for us to pay attention to where maybe the reason things are slowing down is because we might be going about something the wrong way, using the wrong means, or taking the wrong road. The good news is that with the Ace of Wands reversed as a spiritual theme and not a manifestation, as we're going to be reading with the other cards, the Ace of Wands reversed is basically saying we just have to maybe alter a strategy, alter a course. If we feel like we've hit a block somewhere, this is going to be a week where we can find a different road to our own ideals, but we have to let go of any attachment to any kind of linear plans, linear processes, anything that we think we have to follow in a linear order, because the Ace of Wands reverse is saying there's some roadblocks here that we need to go around. We can't climb over them. You can do it if you're okay with straying from the road you've been on a little bit. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Queen of Wands reversed. And this is indicating that a lot of you Aries people may have to correct some serious mistakes that have been done by somebody who has been letting their own agenda, letting their own power, drunkenness kind of throw off a good thing. The Queen of Wands reverse can often show up as a bully, a control freak. I've referred to it as the quintessential Mean Girls card before. This could be a boss, this could be an unruly or unbalanced client, or teammate or business partner, or maybe a family member if this is happening off the job. The important thing to keep in mind with the Queen of Wands reversed is that this is somebody who's already screwed up, but they're continuing to screw up and double down. And you may need to go over this person's head or even pull rank on them this week, but if you're willing to tackle the situation head on, call it out for what it is, correct the mistakes made by the Queen of Wands reversed, you will still have a good week, but you've got to make sure you're not too timid to do that. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Six of Cups reversed, which is a really nice card to see here because it does look like there is going to be a chance for you to start on a clean slate with a friend or maybe a relative that you have not really had the best working connection with, but you used to in the past. The Six of Cups reversed is all about wiping the slate clean, getting rid of any kind of repetitious patterns or situations where we're stuck in a past we don't want to be in with that particular person. This could be also good news with the Six of Cups reversed, a friend or a relative stepping forward and helping you to clean a slate in your life that is actually eliminating or undoing something that either was put upon you or a decision that you made in the past that you wish you could reverse. All in all, it's a great card to have, and it's a good example of a positive reversed one. For your challenge this week, you've got the Eight of Wands upright. Coming back to that discussion of inertia. With the Eight of Wands as a challenge, we have got to be ready to move faster than we have when it comes to a lot of our goings on. Where have we been taking it a bit too slowly with work, maybe taking it a bit too slowly to get back to people, or where is it that maybe a certain path or a certain project could go faster, but we've been too tender-footed? This is a week where we want to get the let out. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the moon upright. And this week there may be some revelations coming forward that a partner or a partner to be, or a partner intended, or a new person is going through a bit of an identity shift. And with the moon card upright, this can be very interesting because we're seeing aspects of this person come out that have not really been a normal presence in your life or in their life for a very long time. This can be great, especially when it's kind of like, okay, the old them is finally coming back. This could be a bit of a surprise because if you haven't been together for that long, or maybe didn't know a lot about their past, this could be almost like getting to know a new person, something a bit spicy. But this can also be a time where we could be thrown off because there's some unfamiliar traits coming out. Take your time with this. Don't jump to conclusions one way or the other, because again, your partner to be, your partner intended has got to integrate this and sort this all out. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. This week, your big spiritual theme of the big focus is the High Priestess reversed. And this week can be a bit of a trip into the unknown that requires us to be ready to step away from comfortable sources of information, comfortable sources of input. This may be a time with the High Priestess reversed where you're also going to be doing a lot of reversals and correction work on mistakes made in the past, whether these are mistakes made by yourself, mistakes made by other people, or maybe bad advice followed due to bad guidance. With the High Priestess reversed, it's really important to be ready to swallow some harsh pills. But remember, with the High Priestess reversed in this position at least, we're also seeing an opportunity for you to get out from a lot of situations that you didn't have a way out of before. The High Priestess reversed can also indicate a need for you to pay close attention to where you are giving your time, your energy when it comes to who you're getting advice from, where you're putting your trust. Sometimes we end up believing people or trusting people for advice that aren't really good for it anymore. They're stuck in the past. They're not keeping up with the times. Or we may be letting our emotional judgment kind of decide who's trustworthy and who's not, which is not a good thing to do either. And so this is going to be a week where a lot of corrections are taking place. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, and your finances, you've got the Hanged Man reversed. And we have a beautiful shift coming up here because something that was put on hold, something that was made to wait or was just kind of kept out of reach for whatever reason is coming back on the table for you. This could be just money itself. This could be a role, a promotion, a new job opportunity. But something that you really wanted that you had to either put on hold or somebody else put on hold is no longer on hold. The Hangman reverse can also indicate an opportunity for a lot of you Taurus people to get off the hook for something that you thought you were going to have to take responsibility for or see through all the way, but you don't. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the King of Pentacles upright. And we have a lot of help coming your way from an earth sign that is stepping forward with some kind of gift that they are giving to you to help I guess, transform, how your quality of life, your overall productivity and security is going to be serving you. A lot of the times, the King of Pentacles is somebody that we will notice and respect as an honest, authentic, but self-made success. Somebody that doesn't put on airs, somebody that doesn't really have like a big ego about them, and somebody who is sharing part of their big success with you or leading you into a space where they are freely giving their own kingdom or a portion of their kingdom to you to help them and also help you at the same time. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Five of Pentacles reversed. Accepting help. Paying attention to where help is coming to you, where you are going to be receiving a lot of assistance and guidance. Making sure that you are not turning away gift horses, right? If the King of Pentacles is here to lend a hand, or maybe somebody's lending a hand and creating the Hangman reversed experience, we don't want to turn that down. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Knight of Swords reversed. And there could be some issues that come up this week around something getting a bit chaotic, disorganized, or maybe rash or impulsive with regards to a project, a relationship. It could even be that you and a partner are struggling to deal with another person, somebody who is acting out. This could be a family member, somebody in the community, or you may be finding out about something that has been maybe dogging or harassing your partner or your partner-to-be or somebody new in your life. This is also a time where we got to be careful around people that don't necessarily pay attention to how volatile their tempers are, because that could also be bringing some trouble into a relationship, right? Volatility doesn't mean it's out of control now, but if it's too easy to get out of control, maybe we've got to see what we want to do about this so our relationship can be something that just can be one of harmony and serenity. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme this week is the Five of Cups upright, which is all about a clean sweep. It's all about finalizing and ending things that are already over. The Five of Cups never introduces new loss or new disappointments in our life. No, but what it does indicate is an ending of the attachment to something that is already over. This can be a very freeing and very liberating week, especially if this is having to do with like old family issues, old disappointments, old losses, or maybe old professional challenges. But the Five of Cups is indicating here that it's time to get ready to take a bridge over troubled waters. Sometimes the Five of Cups can be a challenge, though, because, let's face it, some people make a career over getting over nothing, and they want to live in the past, or they want to freeze where they are, or a situation may be going down because nothing is moving forward. And this is a week for you to make a few escapes, but you've got to be ready to take the steps to make those escapes as well. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Ace of Pentacles upright, and it looks like there is some kind of new gift that will keep on giving that is being handed off to you. The Ace of Pentacles is all about turning over a new leaf in all things financial and professional, and yes, this will also trickle on into your domestic life. The Ace of Pentacles could indicate that a new revenue stream is getting committed to you, or we may be widening or expanding an existing revenue stream so that it is presenting more wealth and starting to pay out more and more each and every month. Again, a gift that keeps on giving. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Eight of Cups upright. And it looks like there may be something going on with a friend or a relative or somebody close that you work with at a distance. And you're going to be getting involved in that story. Now, this could be a wonderful opportunity for collaboration, for business partnerships. We're closing the distance between us and a friend we're distanced from, or a family member, removing a block to our connection. But also with the Eight of Cups, you may be finding out about some kind of transition that is taking place either with them or with you that is allowing this to happen quite quickly. And I feel like with the Eight of Cups, this could also be bringing another gift your way. When it comes to your challenge, you've got the Four of Wands upright. Really, you've got no overarching challenges this week. The Four of Wands is the card that is all about stability, happiness, graduation, breakthroughs, and long-term success. And so even though, we might have some difficult messages to keep in mind, like the Five of Cups, you really don't have a tough week at all. If there is a challenge with the Four of Wands, it often has to do with letting go of things that are bringing down the value or bringing down opportunities in your life. It's about paying attention to where you are not allowed to have nice things because of what is there, and see what you can do to flush that out. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Death card reversed. And so there is another issue coming forward with old business that people really do need to close the books on. With the Death card reversed, there may be something coming up where you and a partner, or maybe just a partner, or just you, or maybe a partner intended, or somebody new in your life, is going to be, you're going to have to face where an old issue that maybe is being used or unconsciously invoked to hold on to a negative pattern is going to have to be expelled. Now, this can be a challenge in new situations, especially if unfinished business from past relationships are haunting the new relationship, or this could be a situation where somebody is getting mistreated because of the way somebody else handled their own past or their past with that person, and it might not actually even be what's going on. Either way, with the Death card reversed, very much like the Five of Cups upright, it's time to start finalizing some endings and transitions that happened long ago. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. This week, your big spiritual theme of the big focus is the Eight of Swords upright. So it's kind of an echo back to our card of the week at the beginning of this video, because the Eight of Swords is all about paying attention to where we can get out of entrapping circumstances, ensnaring circumstances. A lot of the times the Eight of Swords in this position is asking for us to look objectively at dead weight and paying attention to where we are in a situation that is worse than it needs to be. Maybe it's something going on at work or with a family member, or, something that you need to talk about with a partner or spouse, just because. It doesn't have to be this difficult. A lot of the times with the Eight of Swords, we see situations that we could escape, but for some reason we think we want to stay to finish it up or see it through, even though it's not relevant to the situation and could actually be doing harm in some way. Maybe we're trying to finish a project we should just scrap. Maybe we're trying to do something for a family member that person doesn't really need and would only make the situation worse. Maybe a partner is stuck on something that's unhealthy for them. Either way, this week we have a chance to, escape. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, Practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Four of Cups reversed. And it does look like something is shaking up the rut when it comes to all kinds of professional and financial matters, because the Four of Cups reversed indicates a break from a routine, a break from a pattern that is a blessing in disguise. Now, this could be a change of rules or maybe a deviation from any kind of velvet rope or red tape. This could be something going on where you are pleasantly surprised by a development in your financial or professional life, but you are going to need to be ready because this is taking you out of your bubble. It's taking you out of your box. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Hierophant upright, or the High Priest upright, as it is in this deck. And it looks like there may be some kind of call getting made by an authority figure or somebody who commands a lot of power and influence in your world. And the Hierophant is indicating that a desire that you have or something that you would like to see change is now becoming the law of the land. This could be in a group, a business partnership, a contract, any kind of situation. The cool thing is with the Hierophant is that this is making a shift that is probably going to be very long-term and advantageous for you. So when this happens, be ready to act because this is taking you up a notch. When it comes to your challenge this week, you have the World card upright. Not really a challenging card whatsoever, but the only challenge I would say with the World card that could be here is get ready to move on up. Get ready to be graduating out of a lot of familiar spaces, circles, and environments. The World card is all about leveling up. It's all about moving on up in the world into a space of greater abundance, greater security. But sometimes there can be some, let's just say, mobility anxiety that comes from that, right? Class mobility anxiety, station or status mobility anxiety, because things are getting better. But at the same time, we are going to have to adapt to the new circumstances. It's not going to function to the way your old circles or old familiar territories, have maybe functioned. And so if you've gotten accustomed to a lot of old stuck conditions, well, be prepared for a bit of a shake-up, wake-up. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Three of Cups reversed. And there may be some social dynamic clashes going on in a relationship this week. This could be something coming out of a group of friends that you and a partner or you and a partner-to-be are connecting to. This could be drama getting started up by a friend of your partner's or one of your friends. Or this could be a situation where we are noticing mistreatment from outside the relationship, starting to manipulate and throw things off when it comes to our world. If you are maybe seeing somebody new or you're meeting somebody new this week, it's going to be very clear that, there may be some very big divides or schisms in the way your social lives operate. It doesn't necessarily mean that you two can't make it, but it might be a relationship where you each have your own world, your own cliques, your own groups. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. This week, your big spiritual theme is the Knight of Wands upright. Be prepared for a lot of accelerated activity, especially when it comes to your own growth, your own popularity, and awareness of you. The Knight of Wands is all about moving developments into a way where they are bigger and more badass, but also increasing in their payouts and maybe even bringing in a bit of fame and fortune for something that you are working on or your name is associated with. However, with the Knight of Wands, we also have a great deal of activity, so be prepared. You might need some more caffeine this week than normal. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, we've got the Two of Swords upright. And so you're coming to a bit of a crossroads, and we're not really necessarily sure where we're going to be going next. The Two of Swords can indicate a situation where maybe we are offered two different jobs, or two big projects are thrown our way. If you're house hunting, we find two really good options. There is a point where we need to be ready to make a decision. We can no longer just stay on the road we've been on because it's branching off in multiple directions. The Two of Swords is indicating that you're going to want to maybe put off making any big decisions if you can help it until closer to the end of the week in this matter. Not everything has fully revealed itself. So if stuff's coming forward on Monday, Tuesday, we're not really going to be able to make a fully informed decision until we get closer to Friday, okay? Because remember, I do predictive forecasts. I'm not talking you through what you're going through right now if you're watching this on Friday the 3rd. I'm talking about the week of the 6th. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Devil upright. And the Devil is indicating there may be a fight this week. There may be something going on where you have to finally confront a source of drama, instability, volatility, or just overall a caustic influence in your world. The Devil could indicate somebody in a community circle, a family member, maybe not very much a good friend, but somebody that just kind of tags along. This can also indicate a situation where it may not necessarily be coming to you, but you may be assessing a dysfunctional situation somebody you care about is going through when it comes to their connection to their devil. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Hermit upright, knowing when to go your own way, giving yourself a chance to go your own way, focusing a bit more on you and detaching from situations where you have been bound up maybe too much with other people or other interests. Sometimes this means, we pull back, say from the Devil, for instance. Maybe it's hearkening back to our card of the week with the Queen of Cups reversed. The Hermit is all about paying attention to your own life and your own affairs and working on building yourself up and taking paths less trodden. This can also be a time where you may have to be ready to be a bit more selfish with that Knight of Wands upright there, not thinking so much about the entanglements that you have. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Judgment card reversed. And so there is going to be a feeling of something getting quit, something getting dropped or abandoned this week. You and a partner or you and a partner-to-be may end up in a situation where a certain course of action, a priority, or an aspiration that we've shared can't be carried on the way we've been carrying it on. Some of you may be finding out about a partner or partner-to-be walking away from a friendship or a job that has turned against them in some way. Or some of you may be finding that you and a partner are deciding that you want to go in a different direction with your relationship or with your marriage and abandon a road we have been on so far. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme or the big focus for your week is the Queen of Pentacles upright. And it looks like you are going to be the recipient of a lot of recognition, a lot of care, a lot of support. Things are really building you up this week. The Queen of Pentacles is all about coming into one's own prestige and power because of the work that they are doing with their own hands, and also being celebrated for being a self-made success, getting a chance to be celebrated for getting your own hands dirty, and also getting a chance to develop stronger relationships in your social life and your professional life, attracting in people that are also, not afraid to roll up their sleeves, people that are going to be really showing up to lift you up, stronger collaborators, stronger teammates, stronger friendships, And we're also seeing with the Queen of Pentacles upright a chance this week for a lot of you to see something change in your atmosphere, your environment, where you work or where you live, that is going to be helping you to have a much more robust professional or creative life, something that's going to be bringing in more wealth, abundance, happiness, and security for you there. When it comes to your material circumstances, you've got the Queen of Swords reversed. And so there could be a week where you have, this could be a week, excuse me, where you have to be ready to go toe to toe with somebody that knows that they are the villain of the story and they don't care. The Queen of Swords reversed can often show up where somebody is exercising not only bad judgment, but malicious judgment when it comes to something that they are trying to bring to the table or maybe take away from the table or ruin, as far as something you've got going on with your business, your work, your job, or something going on in a family situation. More often than not, the Queen of Swords reversed is the type of person who started off as a victim and then decided that empowerment comes from now switching sides and being the abuser. You have to fight her back. You have to be okay with laying down the law. The Queen of Swords reversed, if they're not coming for you or something that you care about, they may be trying to recruit you to a bad end, to help them in some, campaign that they have that is doomed for failure. Don't go for it. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and you may be inheriting something this week that somebody did not take very good care of. The Wheel of Fortune reversed can indicate a situation where somebody that you know, a friend or a relative or somebody in a team or a community you're a part of, has been very hands-off, very neglectful, or just careless with whatever this is, and it's come into a bit of peril. And yet at the same time, for you, this is something that you're getting a chance to adopt, to take on, to inherit and turn into something quite beautiful. And so just be ready. You might be kind of caught off guard by this, but this is sort of a one man's trash is another man's treasure kind of moment. But this isn't trash. It's just it wasn't treated very well. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Ace of Cups upright. The Ace of Cups is all about openness. It's all about honesty, open, honest communication, being completely clear, articulate, and coherent with that communication, but also making sure that you are staying transparent with everybody and demanding transparency and openness with everybody, from everybody as well. The Ace of Cups is all about people, just not putting on airs, right? Open door policies, making sure that we can maintain or create those things where they have not existed. Some people live behind a lot of masks and a lot of personas, and that could be challenging to bring this about, especially when it comes to the Queen of Swords reversed. However, for people that got their minds right, this is going to be a good thing to have as a challenge, because it's also going to bring a lot of people closer into your life and strengthen a lot of bonds. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Two of Pentacles upright. And this week could be very busy for a lot of you, and it may be hard to kind of work love and romance into the picture. It's not impossible, but it's going to take a bit of effort on your part. The Two of Pentacles is also indicating a situation where you and a partner are going to need to weigh out how we are going to go on with a next step that is quickly approaching in your bond, in your relationship. It's time to get down to brass tacks. If you have big plans for, moving house, or, expanding on the family, or going into business together, or making some big investment in the family or the marriage, this is going to be a week where we can't just think about it. We've got to plan it out. We've got to actually get organized and make up our minds about what we're going to do. And these could be some talks we've been meaning to have for a very, very long time, but they're going to be good talks. For those of you who are single or available to new people, you may have more than one option this week that you are encouraged to explore. You probably will end up making up your mind before the end of February, maybe, even before the end of this next coming week. But pay attention. You are going to be seeing where two different types of relationships you could have are going to be offered to you. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on with your week starting February 3rd, 2023. Your big theme or the big spiritual focus of the week is the Ten of Swords reversed. This is going to be a week where you're getting out of Dodge, it looks like. The Ten of Swords reversed is all about escaping oppressive or subjugating situations. Some of you may have heard me refer to this as the card of dodging a bullet. Something that could go bad if we stick around, but we are able to get away. And you're going to be finding this kind of thing show up over and over again throughout the course of this week. A lot of helpful exits are going to be opening up in situations that have become stuck or subjugating or oppressive in any way, and you want to make sure you entertain them. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you have the Four of Pentacles reversed. And it looks like something is opening up. Something is being released to you, or you are being released this week. The Four of Pentacles reversed is all about things that have been trapped or sealed, now being open and brought into the light of day. This can be fortunate news no matter how you look at it or how it occurs for you. This could be a time where a lot of secrets or opportunities or resources kept behind closed doors are now made available to you. Opportunities opening up or new openings when it comes to your professional growth that maybe just are coming out of the blue. Things that might not necessarily follow a particular schedule or propriety, but hey, it's good. Or you may be finding that with the Four of Pentacles reversed, something that was blocking, containing, or binding you is disappearing as well. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ten of Wands upright. And with the Ten of Wands upright, there seems to be something going on where you may be finding out about a friend or relative or an ally in some kind of need. They are taking on some kind of excursion, some kind of endeavor that could be very, very good for both of you to complete, but with the Ten of Wands, we see something that could be seen as very high maintenance or labor-intensive success. See what you can do to help them out with this. You may also be receiving news of some kind of move going on with a friend or somebody that you care about, or somebody could be stepping forward to lend you a hand with something you've had quite your hands quite full with. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Temperance card upright. This is a week where we need to be ready to allow repairs and fixes and real healing, real curing to happen. The Temperance card shows up where there is a focus on dissolving and curing the problems that may be blocking us at their root and helping to move us forward, taking a step into a new world of health, of wellness, of balance, and prosperity. We've got a foot in each world this week. The biggest challenge with the Temperance card can sometimes show up where there is a reluctance to maybe commit to something that is improving your life, or a fear of maybe the cure for a challenge or a problem that you have been dealing with, but you need to be ready to accept it. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Two of Wands reversed, and there may be some confusion that needs to be cleared up this week. The Two of Wands reversed is indicating that we may come across a roadblock in a relationship situation. This may be something going on between you and a partner, or you and a partner-to-be, or it's possible that this is something that you are all on the same side with, but we are facing this roadblock together as a united front. More often than not, the Two of Wands reverse can indicate a challenge coming up due to poor planning, or maybe people not communicating as well as they should, or not listening as well as they could. Sometimes we see language barriers show up here. Even if we speak the same language, that can happen sometimes. And with the Two of Wands reversed, a project or an initiative runs the risk of maybe getting away from us, or going off the original course if we are not, well, coming back to the table and reorganizing this, talking this through, getting this to a place where it's, again, back on a smarter path. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. For your big spiritual theme or the big focus of the week, you've got the Five of Swords reversed. And so this is a week where it's all about cleaning up your world. The Five of Swords reversed is actually a really good card. You can't black and white think and do tarot the right way, right? The Five of Swords reversed is actually all about bringing in reparations, compensation, and even reversals of damages done in the past, while also clearing a lot of spaces in your life of the effects and the causes of a lot of chaos, dysfunction, conflict, or disharmony that may be going on there now, or may still have some echoing influences from the past. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs, and your home and family life, we've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And it may be this week we have to pay attention to where something is not paying off. And what can we do to do the work of either transforming that situation or transforming that project, transforming that investment, or cashing out, closing up shop, and preserving ourselves and taking on a better opportunity. That is going to show up a couple of times. This could be going on, with a work project. This could be going on with a campaign. This could be going on with a household project, a household arrangement, or maybe something going on with a financial account. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, it is not too late to protect you and yours and also set yourself up for success, but we can't let something that's continuing to drag us down and not pay off at all continue. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Chariot reversed. And it looks like you may be called to help with some kind of emergent need that a friend or an ally has. The Chariot card reversed is indicating somebody is a bit out of control or feeling a bit out of control in a very fast-paced situation. They could have some kind of agenda, some kind of venture or project they're working on that's gotten away from them. They could have been left in a lurch, left holding the bag, and all of a sudden too much to handle all by themselves. With the Chariot card reversed, you have a chance to get involved in something that could be quite promising, even turn this Chariot right side up. But just keep in mind that this will be something that maybe needs to be slowed down a little bit in the beginning, because the way things are moving here, the way things are carrying on, you can't do anything with it. We gotta bring this back under control. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Swords reversed. Knowing when it's okay to start pulling swords out, when it's okay to let bad things end. Because the Three of Swords reversed is a complement to the Five of Swords reversed. If the Five of Swords reversed is all about repair after conflict, then the Three of Swords reversed is the end of the conflict, right? And then it just kind of moves on up. And with the Three of Swords reversed, you have to know when to let certain battles, certain struggles, certain pursuits go, especially if they are harming you and yours. Pay attention to where the payoffs are already evident. It's kind of like when people ask me about manifestation and spell work. Things that immediately show their virtues, all the way through, will let you know what they are. You are going to see what's paying off. It's the stuff that makes you sit back and just hope, and the stuff that makes you suffer, that needs to go when this card shows up. And throughout the course of this week, with the challenge of the Three of Swords reversed, maybe you're challenged to give up on people and give up on things that you've been afraid to give up on, but you need to. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Seven of Swords upright. And with the Seven of Swords, you may also need to be ready to step in when it comes to a circumstance with a partner or partner-to-be where exploitative activity is happening. Now, this may not be happening like between you and your partner, hopefully, but I am seeing that somebody is getting exploited here. This could be a situation where you're finding that a partner is getting exploited by somebody in their life or something going on in their job or in their family. You may be the one who's getting exploited by somebody in your life, or you may find that as a unit or as a couple or as a family, that is occurring as well. This is going to be a time where we have a chance to catch and flush out the rat. So make sure you are ready to take action to, of course, get the situation under control and find out exactly who, what, and why this was happening in the first place. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. This week, your big spiritual theme, your big focus is the Lovers reversed. And so this is going to be a week of ending a lot of lose-lose situations, unbalanced contracts and commitments, any kind of situations where you are not getting back an equivalent exchange on what you are putting in, as well as where people could be taking more than they're giving, period. The Lovers card reversed is all about ending contracts and agreements that never should have been made. Some of these things may not have even been agreed upon by you, but imposed upon you by others. But with the Lovers reversed, freedom's on the way. When it comes to material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Page of Pentacles upright. And with the Page of Pentacles upright, this is going to be a week where a new seed is getting planted. And this could be a new job opportunity or something that is coming into your life that will yield you a handsome profit as we go through the coming 3 to 6 months. This could be something getting initiated by another person through an invitation, or perhaps a gift that is being offered to you by a professional ally or somebody in your life that knows that this is a good fit for you. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you do have the Seven of Pentacles upright. We're going to be getting some very good news this week about something that has proven successful that we have had our eye on. This could have been something a friend or an ally has been taking care of for us at our request, or possibly something that they were doing out of the goodness of their own heart without any kind of request from us at all. The Seven of Pentacles is indicating it's coming, it's on the way. I often refer to this as the check is in the mail card. It's one of the two. Actually, you've got both of the two check is in the mail cards in this spread. And so be prepared. Some kind of very strong confirmation is on the way. But there is, something is getting moved in your direction this week that will have an enormous advantage for you, or bring an enormous advantage with it to you. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Star reversed. Allow things to happen in their due time. Remember what I said about the check is in the mail card? Well, this was the other one. So you got both. With the Star card reversed as a challenge, sometimes it could be tempting to rush things. You know, oh, well, if this is already happening, or we're just moving it along. No, you do not bake a cake faster successfully by just turning up the oven to maximum setting. You do not get things, properly and in their best shape when we force them to go outside of their best pace, their most optimal pace. And so this week, you might be tempted every once in a while to rush the good news of the Page of Pentacles or rush the good news of the Seven of Pentacles. Be mindful that sometimes things need time to develop, and that it's not a good idea to be constantly trying to see what you can do to move everything up. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the King of Cups reversed. And this week there may be a time where we need to assess some kind of hurt, some kind of wound or insecurity that has been too strong an influence in our relationship life. And this could be going on with you. This could be going on with a partner. It could be something that you both know that you struggle with, or this could even be something that comes up with a partner to be. With the King of Cups reversed, it's really important to understand that serving the wound or serving let's just say the insecurity as opposed to serving the health is never going to make the wound or the insecurity go away. And this could be something that has had too strong of an influence or too many votes in our decisions when it comes to love and what we do with our relationships, or we do with our partners, or what we do with each other, or what we do with the marriage or the family. And it's time to deal with it. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme or the big focus for you is the Sun upright, which is all about bringing in fun, bringing in healing, lightness, levity, wholesome simplicity, as well as, well, true love in all kinds of true love forms into your world. This is also going to be a week where you're going to be noticing a lot of new support and supply for all kinds of different projects, excursions, and adventures that you would like to take yourself, your loved ones, or maybe your business on. And you're also going to find that the Sun is bringing in a purification focus as well. So a lot of different darker corners of your world are going to be getting the treatment. However, again, this is working in the highest interest of all concerned, and by the time we get to Saturday, Sunday, by the end of the week, you're going to see just exactly what all this treatment was for, and you're going to be well supplied for, essentially, a very cool, fresh start on the rest of your year, even though we're already just starting in February. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Four of Swords upright. Things are really easing off when it comes to anything labor-intensive you've been involved in, but the Four of Swords doesn't mean it won't be a financially gainful week. If anything, the Four of Swords is talking about this week being all about regeneration and recuperation for all of you, including your finances. This is going to be a time where you are making up for any kind of financial or professional misses or losses in recent or less recent history, but you're also going to find that the busyness, the hecticness of your own professional or financial experience is going to be reorganized and evened out in a way where it is much more manageable and, dare I say, even enjoyable. A lot of you may also find that there are projects or even new roles or opportunities that are getting put on the table where you are able to actually make just as much, if not more money, and also have more opportunities to put your feet up. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ten of Cups reversed. And there may be some reveals going on this week, and maybe not necessarily reveals to your liking. Remember, if the Sun's about purification, that also means things that are made up. You know, it's all about not tolerating lies and illusions either. And you may be finding out about something going on with a friend, a relative, or maybe even somebody that you admire that you don't like. And you might find out that what you believed you knew about them was a facade, or they have been putting on airs. Right, the Ten of Cups reversed is sort of the Stepford card. It's the Facetune card. It's the everything that tries to look as perfect as possible on the outside to make up for the fact that it's a trash fire on the inside. And there may be some rethinking you got to do about this person or this situation. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the King of Wands upright. You're going to be having some help come your way to expand and stimulate a great deal of pursuits or priorities that you have that have been forced to stay small. But the King of Wands does not do things bite-size, and so you may be finding that with a lot of these lifts coming from the Sun, as well as even from the Four of Swords, you're going to be challenged to allow yourself to, well, be helped to dream a bit bigger, be a bit more enterprising, have a bit, loftier an ambition for some of these matters. The King of Wands can also be a very strong promoter, a very strong go-getter or ally that is going to help you where you might be shortchanging yourself. And your challenge is, let them help you. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Two of Cups in reverse. And this week, there may be a point where we and a partner are needing to see where we are stepping on each other's toes. And the same thing can happen in newer situations with partners-to-be. The Two of Cups reverse can sometimes show up where we are accidentally or consciously conflicting, competing with each other, or even undermining each other. And the reason is, more often than not, we are not aligned on some plan or future we want for the relationship, for ourselves, or for each other. And we are going to need to see what we can do to remedy the situation. Do we have different timelines in mind? Do we have different outcomes in mind? Do we have different approaches to how we handle things like the finances, the kids, the house, or maybe just relationship values in general? Do not worry, this can be worked through, but we gotta make sure that we're not trying to compete or, undermine each other as we go through this. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. This week, your big spiritual theme, your big focus is the Knight of Cups, reversed. And this is going to be a week of some takesies backsies, for real. Because the Knight of Cups reversed in this position is all about undoing decisions we may have made when we were not in the right headspace, where we may have been acting from impulse or insecurity, maybe out of fear, the desire to people please. Maybe we were doing something because we were trying to protect ourselves, or we were following some kind of attachment or conditioning that has always created hell for us. And with the Knight of Cups reversed, we are getting a chance to undo and reverse a lot of those decisions, however far back they go. But you've got to be brave enough to do it, because again, people who may have become accustomed to you going against your own boundaries that way might not necessarily appreciate that, but F them. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Seven of Wands upright. And with the Seven of Wands, this week, you are getting an opportunity to break a glass ceiling as it relates to your earning power, as well as your own just sort of status in the world, your material status. The Seven of Wands can indicate an opportunity to claim a new competitive position that is going to not only give you more influence or elevate your stature and status, but also give you the opportunity to completely eliminate some kind of financial or professional liability that you have been stuck with or been trying to work your way through or work yourself away from for some time. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Six of Wands reversed. And this week, there could be a point where you need to be ready to backpedal away from something that you have been doing or supporting for a friend, a relative, an ally, or maybe even somebody you look up to as kind of a mentor or a leader in your life. Because the Six of Wands reversed is indicating that they're not going in the right direction. They're about to head over a cliff. You don't need to follow them, and it doesn't look like you'll be able to stop them at this point in time. The Six of Wands reverse can sometimes show up where we are having a chance to, kind of like the Knight of Cups reversed, undo or reverse course for our own good. And remember that sometimes it is wise to go backwards. You don't necessarily need to finish everything that you start. Sometimes this can show up where we have to accept some disappointing news about somebody that we may admire or have maybe followed or allied ourselves with for some time, because they might actually be going down a road that you know they shouldn't and you shouldn't go down either. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Nine of Wands upright, looking out for yourself, paying attention to where your boundaries, the walls of your castle, could be stronger to protect you and those that you allow inside, right? This is going to be a time where a lot of you Aquarian people need to think about what is it that we let in and what is it that we could do better about, maybe refusing. Sometimes the Nine of Wands can also indicate a need to pay attention to where our priorities on what we're walling out and what we're walling in need to be flipped. What if you are protecting yourself, but you've still got problematic issues or influences, unhealthy things on the inside that need to go outside those walls first? And where is it that maybe you might be accidentally walling out good things? Of course, discernment is key, and you have to know the difference between niceness and goodness, right? Nice and good are not the same thing, and you will be able to look out for yourself all the better, and it's okay to be selfish this week. In fact, it's wise. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Page of Cups upright. This week, love and romance is going to feel like you're going into another honeymoon phase. And this is going to apply to those of you who are partnered and those of you who are maybe entertaining partners to be. Because the Page of Cups is all about bringing in a new chapter, fresh energy, turning a page, but also getting a chance to, sate some hungers that we haven't sated in a while, while also giving ourselves the opportunity to explore different kinds of love languages to bring a new kind of spice and a new kind of tenderness into our romantic lives. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 6th, 2023. This week, your big spiritual theme of the big focus is the Magician upright, which is making this week all about you. The Magician is going to be representing a transformation to your very world, like your world is getting the works this week. This is all about elevation of status, moving into better lanes, giving yourself an opportunity to take on resources and tools and opportunities that are a cut above what you've been used to, as well as also present the opportunities to bring forth into being ambitions, goals, desires, and wishes that have been maybe spending a lot of time up in your head, but have not really fully manifested or begun to manifest in the physical. When we have the Magician as our spiritual theme, it's important to pay attention to where we are getting elevated, lifting out of situations that will not bring those things forth into being, and learn to lean in and keep an open mind. When it comes to material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs as it relates to home and family, we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. And this week there may be some kind of breakup, departure, or fracturing of some kind of group, some kind of project, or to do that you have been involved in for a very long time that has also been working against you in some way. This can be good news, though it may come in a frustrating way. It may be kind of a hard transition moment. But a lot of the times with the Three of Pentacles, we are seeing something that was already kind of coming together wrong. This can sometimes show up with, bad work crew dynamics. This can show up in a bad, customer relationship, bad client relationship. Some of you may even end up firing somebody if you have subordinates this week. The Three of Pentacles reversed is breaking down a bad team or breaking down a bad project. But the Magician upright, again, is lifting up and moving on in something superior. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you have the Ace of Swords upright. And this week there does seem to be some very good news about a road opening or a road being cleared if it was maybe just blocked for some reason. The Ace of Swords is all about getting the go-ahead. I've often referred to this as the green light card. Now, this could be maybe some kind of trip, an investment, a new job opportunity, a new source of revenue itself, or maybe something you've got going on with a friend, an ally, or a collaborator of some kind that has been maybe stuck or challenged or hampered in some way in recent or less recent history. But the Ace of Swords is saying it's all systems go now. And if you've been waiting for any kind of approval or permissions from any powers that be to move on forward with something, you've had something waiting approval or it's been pending evaluation, things look to be going very well for you in that regard this week as well. When it comes to your challenge, you've got the Eight of Pentacles upright. And with the Eight of Pentacles as a challenge, this is a week where we need to start looking at things for their more, let's just say, granular details. The Eight of Pentacles is all about detail-oriented work, organizational improvement, and the development and enhancement of our skills and our education in order to meet the demands of higher possibilities that are in the offering for us. However, if the Eight of Pentacles is showing up as a challenge, we need to pay attention to things that we've been overlooking on accident or on purpose, things that we have maybe not necessarily been taking as seriously as we should, or things that we've maybe have been too dismissive of, and see where they may not be serving us so long as they are permitted to go on as they are. Case in point, the Three of Pentacles reversed. The Eight of Pentacles is all about facing facts and being able to be a master of those facts and where those situations are precipitated from those facts are going. Sometimes we also need to be ready. This is a time of improvement and updates and upgrades, but you may feel like it's hard for you to keep up with them. Lean in as much as you can, because again, this is a time of promotion and elevation for you. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Emperor reversed. And this week there could be a huge imperative to remove some kind of tyrant, oppressor, or subjugator from your personal life. Something that has been domineering or controlling you, or domineering and controlling your partner, or domineering and controlling your love life in some way, is getting brought to the stand to be judged and dealt with, as it were. This could be something that has been lording overhead for a very long time, or this could be something that has been allowed to sort of fester in whatever space we are in. But the Emperor card reversed is showing up here so we can dethrone the tyrant this week and get them out of our world. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.